you to spread your hole so everyone can see. Spread those pussy lips wider.
No, please, no. Don't look, don't look, don't look.
Can't be more than 13, 14. Younger than you.
He's hurting her.
Nonsense. Look at her face.
She's faking it. She has to fake it or he'll punish her.
I was right. Rosebud tits, heavy thighs, a roll of fat around the waist. Amateur movie, this one. Not particularly attractive, but even then you see the appeal of young girls. Mother was right. Lock you up in your convent school, watch over you every step. Chauffeur you from school to piano lessons to home to keep you off the streets. She knew men preyed on young girls, even ugly ones.
Don't look, don't look, don't look.
Oh, come on. Your particular favourite. I sense a nice facial coming up.
I didn't know what he wanted. I didn't know people did such filthy things to each other. Mother made sex sound like a surgical procedure. It wasn't mentioned in Grey's Anatomy.
For fuck's sake, it was just a blowjob.
You want me to do what? They said. I don't understand. He shoved it in my mouth. The smell of it like dead fish. His hairiness like thorns in my eyes. I couldn't see, I couldn't breathe. They don't show you that in the movies.
Hey, this way. Look at that close-up of her clit. The little puckering lips like rose petals quivering, about to be torn to pieces.
Wunderschönen Monat, Mann. I'm so glad you're going to be a May baby. What a beautiful spring moon. The birds have just woken up and started singing. They know dawn's not far off, though it's still the witching hour. What is it, baby? Baby, shush, shush.
Nesting instinct, huh? You unnatural mother.
We took our bicycles to Pot Meadow. We cycled between hedges of wild roses into the forest. We flung ourselves down beneath an oak tree.
I screamed and you didn't hear. I clutched at your arm and you pushed me away. I was lost in your grey fog, wandering with you. No chink of light, no scent of flowers, no touch of sunlight, no stars, no moon.
Beneath an oak tree on a bed of bluebells. The mushrooms in the moist hollows of the trees.
Moist hollow. You wish.
Wild strawberries and ripe peaches. Juices running down our chins.
And when he reached for the juices between your legs, he felt nothing.
He called me frigid. A frigid little virgin bitch because I flinched. His stubble, like rough towels, rubbing against my face.
He waited. He was patient. I love his soft kisses.
Does he know? Does he know? Does he know about your raped womb?
He said, it's not all the way in yet, but I'm already at the wall to your womb. Do you want me to thrust it into your womb?
Would have been better if he'd ravaged your womb beyond repair. A baby deserves a virginal womb.
Is everything okay?
Yes. Yes, everything's fine.
Are you sure?
Go back to sleep. I'll be out soon.
You don't sound okay.
Just cramping.
Oh, God, are you going into labour?
No, it's just those Braxton Hicks contractions.
Are you sure?
They told us the real ones would be so painful you can't miss them, remember?
Shall I empty the bathtub? Run a bath for you?
Don't bother. I'll do my yoga.
You do that. Let me know, if anything.
Yes.
I am beautiful and bountiful and blissful. I am beautiful and bountiful and blissful. I am beautiful and bountiful and blissful. Get in touch with your strength as a woman. The wild woman energy of those who run with wolves.
Release the goddess within.
Inhale and feel a stream of golden stars enter you.
Exhale and feel the universe moving with you.
Greet your baby, your greatest teacher.
You look like spiders in that idiotic class. Do you know that? Bloated bellies and spindly legs and black yoga tights. What business do you have anyway bringing girl babies into the world?
What a little girl's made of. What a little girl's made of. Sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what little girls are made of. What a pity they grow up to be women.
My body used to be pure, transcendent and light. Mother hated it when it started changing.
Hair sprouting, breasts budding, features coarsening, nose broadening, hair, greasy skin, pimply, bulging,
She saw my
bloating.
growth as her decline.
She shouted at me for flirting with her men friends,
She didn't have men friends.
She didn't have friends.
her male colleagues. And all I wanted was for them to play Rubric Cube with me.
Rubric cube. You wondered what it would be like if one of them let his avuncular hand slip from your shoulder down to your barely swelling breasts. You wondered whether you'd ever be pretty enough to be desired. Whether they just gave you the time of day because you were the boss's daughter.
That's a lie.
Horny little bitch. Tail wagging madly in that orange dress with the gold belt because it made you look more grown up.
Those pink baby doll dresses mother bought didn't have enough space on top.
Kicking off your Mary Janes and white ankle socks before Sunday school. Slipping on those slingbacks with the come fuck me heels.
Mary Janes are for babies.
Sir, is the apple tree in the Song of Songs a veiled reference to the Garden of Eden? Surely the theology of penal substitution is flawed, sir. Seducing him with your intellect, were you? Well, you had precious little else to offer.
He said I was a very interesting thinker. He said I was special.
On the day of your first period, you bought a pair of black lace underpants, and you wore them on Sundays, just in case. Black lace matted with blood, an omen of things to come. Poor mother. She knew menstruation was the beginning of the end for you.
I felt as if springtime had entered my body, that the tides of my blood were the tides of nature itself. Such a feeling of strength and power in my awakened body.
And suddenly I could run faster, jump further than any other girl in school. Mother hated how fat my thighs looked in running gear, but I won every medal at sports day.
Waking up at the crack of dawn, running and leaping, the sap of life flowing so strong in my body, flinging myself down on the black fertile soil.
Ah, the rites of spring, your raging hormones. Mother saw the lust uncoiling in your blood.
Because she saw in me the mirror of her own desires.
How dare you speak of mother like that?
I found her stash of dirty magazines at the bottom of the bookshelf in the corner behind the curtain. She caught me reading them. I thought I was done for, but she just looked away. And I knew I found her weak spot behind that respectable evangelical exterior, that prim fussiness. Her long skirts no symbol of modesty or righteousness, but to hide her fleshy thighs, her muscular calves.
She brought me long dresses to hide my legs.
She saw in me a mirror of all she feared and secretly desired.
I was caught in her mirrors.
My house has no mirrors.
Mother's house was like a ballet studio. Every wall a mirror.
Mother's house was like a mini Versailles, an infinite series of chandeliers reflected in a hall of mirrors.
An infinite series of fat, pimply girls with large plastic glasses.
She made me stand in front of a mirror and pointed out my small eyes, big nose, big mouth, too strong jaw.
He made me stand in front of the mirror, naked. Not really breasts, he said. More like little knobs. And what about those stretch marks on the thigh? That roll of fat above the waist?
She spoke of plastic surgery, of liposuction, but I seen through her. Sad, sad woman with your hidden stash of naughty magazines. The tritest sketch I'd ever read. Even at age 12 and dying of curiosity. Latin lover and countess on the bus, and strong, manly plumbers, and the new colleague in the office. I knew she was wrong about everything. Everything. That something wonderful was happening. That this was just the beginning.
And you expected some great revelation through sex. That the ugly duckling would become the swan. Love's true kiss would awaken you from your glass coffin. Well, how was it, my dear? Did angels sing when he popped your cherry?
He made me spread my legs in front of the mirror. I want you to watch while I make a woman of you, he said. I closed my eyes and he slapped me hard. I squeezed my eyes shut. Don't look, don't look, don't look. He squeezed my throat. I had to watch as he
Fucked you. So what? There. Sure, it hurts the first time, but you'll soon get used to it. So watch. Watch. A few thousand times and you'll soon get used to it. Don't give them the satisfaction of your tears. There's nothing precious, nothing lost. No swans, no prince, no love's true kiss. Millions of young girls deflowered by older men every day. Millions of dicks abusing virgin cunts. These girls are disposable. They don't even have names, so get over it. What makes your virginity so unique, so precious? There was no atrocity, no massacre, so get over it, get over it, get over it.
Honey, maybe we should call the hospital.
I'm in the bath. The contractions are slowing.
You lifted all those things out by yourself. You shouldn't be lifting heavy weights.
For God's sake, I'm not made of porcelain.
I'm just concerned.
I know. Sorry. I'm a bit on edge.
Hey, it's okay. Were you talking to someone? I heard voices.
I was talking to her. To our baby. Just telling her everything's going to be okay. That we're safe, the three of us. How much we love her.
I love you.
I love you too.
How sweet. Well, my dear, if you can't satisfy him in bed, at least bind him tight to you with a child.
It's not like that. We love each other.
And love changes everything. How Andrew Lloyd Webber. Go on. Open that door. Let him see what you do for your sexual kicks.
We ran through hedges of wild roses in the spring. We laid down under the apple tree.
Let him see what happens when he moves beyond soft little fluttering kisses.
He proposed. I said yes. Yes. I haven't stopped saying yes. So yes, I will live and you will die. I'll cast you out into the fog again.
Tell him how you need to block him out or you'll puke.
Because I'm fighting for our love. Because I can't stand to see his face contorted with lust. Because male lust all looks the same. And I don't want to hate him.
You shut your eyes and you're in the fog. And only the memory of that other male face, contorted with lust, splitting your body open, only that really gets your juices flowing. Cunt, cunt, cunt.
Feel something. Anything. Nothing gets through that grey numbness except
pain.
The pain brings me back to myself. To him. And I'm no longer lost.
A man who can't even satisfy his wife in bed.
It's not his fault. Some days he could be channeling the Kama Sutra and I'll feel nothing. For 20 years, my body turned to stone.
A stone body in a grey fog. My body turned to stone under his touch.
Don't you remember?
A snake flicked his forked tongue between my legs.
He got you wet, unlike your husband.
A physiological reaction.
And since then, nothing. Nada, nada, nada.
Really nothing? I wonder now. What a nice, wet, physiological reaction. What right do you have to be a mother? What right do you have to bring a girl baby into the world? Better if she were never born.
Don't look, don't look, don't look.
Don't
my daughter again!
Cut and zoom. Cut and zoom. A segue. A fade out, a little retouching. Clits and cunts. Dicks and tits. Rimming, sucking, licking, fucking. Gangbangs, bondage. Young, old. Same old. The sheer poverty of the pornographic imagination. Perfect mascara. Manicured fingernails. Even screams in time to the soundtrack. Where's the blood? Come on, Google. You want the real thing. Rape footage. Private browsing. Violent. That's more like it.
That's real.
Don't look. Don't look. Don't look!
Make her do it. Force it down her throat. Choke her. Drag her by the hair. Bang her head against the floor. Slap her hard. Make her come round. Don't let her off the hook. She's coming round. Pee into her face. She dares close her eyes or make her open them. Pee straight into her eyes. Bend her over the sofa. Spread her cheeks. Fuck her in the arse. Fuck her till she bleeds. Make her clean it out. Blood and shit and cum. That's right. Behold the woman. Gagged. Trussed up. All holes exposed. And even if you won the Nobel Prize, became a billionaire, the first female pope, Secretary General of the UN, that's all you're ever going to be underneath. A series of holes to be tortured by men.
Are you going to be a good girl now?
Please, no. No, no more. I'll do anything.
Don't look, don't look, don't look!
Are you my good little slave?
Yes. I'm your good little slave.
You're my dirty little slut.
I'm your dirty little
You're
slut.
my good little toilet.
I'm your good little toilet.
And you'll do anything I say.
I'll do anything you say.
Good. You know what I'm going to do to you now?
Yes.
Do you want it?
Yes.
Say it.
Please. Please. Fuck me till I bleed.
Again.
Please. Please.
Please what?
Please.
Say it, you filthy little...
Please, no. No more. I'll do anything.
I know you will. You can make anyone do anything if you inflict enough pain. I did do anything. I said anything, and I do it again. That's human nature. The saints and the martyrs weren't quite human, were they? We all think we're born with a spark of something divine, when really all we are ashes and dust, shit and blood. At the end of the day, nothing but ashes and dust that can feel pain. And no love is great enough to change that.
We drift off to sleep, hand in hand, every evening. I wake up every night, alone in the fog again. I hear the wind howling through the cracks in the window, the mice in the false ceiling, the rain splattering on the skylight, the whistling of the radiators. I hear the hammering of my heart, the pulsing of my blood, but I don't hear his breathing. And I tell myself, I only need to open my eyes and I'll see his face. but I don't, in case he isn't there. I hear your voices saying he isn't for real. The life we've built together isn't real. None of the intervening years has been real. Time to go back to the torture chamber again. And I say yes. I submit. I say yes.
Please, love. Whatever it is, we'll face it together.
One night, last August, the windows were open. We had kicked off the bed sheets. And even through the fear fog, I could feel the breeze on my skin. And suddenly I felt my hand grasped by his large, warm hand. I opened my eyes. Moonlight was flooding the room. And I felt I was looking at his face for the first time. Our daughter was conceived at dawn.
Love, please.
Yes, I'm coming. Yes.